Thanks for tuning in to the Thursday morning show. Meteorologist Johnny Lively here for our Thursday morning show sponsored by HB Neal Construction. Tamco Live Doppler radar was pretty active towards the Toledo Bend region earlier this morning. That has now moved into parts of Leesville, moving into central Louisiana. Pretty quiet for Houston, Beaumont, and Lake Charles as of right now. We're still muggy this morning. Further to the north is slightly cooler, but we should see additional showers and some thunderstorms as that boundary continues to sink southward. But look how active it is in parts of our East Texas region, mainly into central Louisiana and parts of Mississippi. But still, later on this afternoon and evening, we do expect some of this coverage to pick up across the general region. Satellite radar shows that stationary boundary slowly moving southward. That's what can kick off some showers and maybe even some thunderstorms later on this afternoon. Houston area, 40%, Beaumont, somewhat 50%, and then towards our lakes region, that's where you can get that 60% coverage, has a better chance. But we have our better coverage, heaviest rainfall potential coming up tomorrow once that front and the system moves through our region. All the rainfall has been far towards the north. We're going to see that for majority this morning into the early afternoon hours, but it should slowly sink southward, getting a little bit better coverage. But you can see almost 2 inches of rain towards Jasper, 2 inches of rain in Newton County. We even had some hail reported in Livingston and Lufkin region, pea-size hail towards Jasper and D. Ritter yesterday, but nothing towards the I-10 corridor yesterday. But we should see some showers and possibly some storms later on today. Look at the temperatures we're seeing. The south is warm across the I-10 corridor. Further north that you go, it's slightly cooler. We finally see that cold front move through tomorrow afternoon, so a big change. Look at Yellowstone, 18 degrees right now. Houston in the 70s. Talk about a big difference there. And you can see a difference further to the north where that boundary and cooler rain has really cooled some things off into the low to mid 60s, but the I-10 corridor is mainly into the mid 70s. Down towards the coast is already into the mid to upper 70s. We're going to see the construction forecast somewhat kind of iffy today. I don't think this is going to be a complete washout by any means, but the modern concrete outdoor forecast for today shows the potential for some showers this morning. And then as we get into the afternoon hours, we see the coverage somewhat kind of pick up with the chance for some isolated to scattered showers, possibly some storms as well too. But again, tomorrow is going to be the day that we could be somewhat of a complete washout. It will be in rounds tomorrow, but today is not so much as bad as what we'll see tomorrow. And this brings us to the Switch Electric rainfall outlook. So we've got 40 to 50% coverage today, 60% coverage for our lakes region this afternoon, but 100% coverage coming in tomorrow as that front moves across our region. We will have rounds of locally heavy rainfall possible, and then throughout the weekend looks really good. That rain moves out early Saturday morning, so throughout the day on Saturday looks good, but will be breezy, and then our next round of rain should move in as we get into middle of next week. So here's our chance. There is a slight risk for flash flooding. 1 to 2 inches of rain seems pretty common in some spots, but these isolated areas that we will watch for, 3, 4, 5 inches of rain is definitely there. We've got this warm front that can kick off some showers and storms tomorrow morning. And then you've got that front itself that can bring additional showers and thunderstorms Friday evening into the midnight hour. So we've got somewhat kind of 2 rounds of storms or 2 rounds of rain. Warm front is round number 1 in Friday morning, and then the next one's going to be Friday evening as that front moves. So there is a slight risk all the way from San Antonio, Houston, into the Baton Rouge, Hattiesburg area for the potential for heavy rainfall and some flash flooding. We will continue to keep watching that. So later on this afternoon, we can have that 60% coverage, what we call north of the I-10 corridor, the lakes region. Still I-10, Beaumont, Lake Charles, we expect for some showers and possibly some thunderstorms. We'll keep monitoring that. Download the free Gulf Coast Weather Solutions app to keep you updated. And this particular model is wanting to get pretty heavy for parts of Beaumont into Lake Charles. We'll see how active that actually does get, but you can see the coverage definitely is there. The potential is there, but the main story is going to be Friday morning. We've got that warm front that lifts pretty active Friday morning. You can see the coverage is really active towards Houston, Beaumont, and Lake Charles, even somewhat in the lakes region. But notice as we get into the afternoon hours, we start warming up. That warm front continues to lift, so somewhat of an active morning. We might get a break around the lunchtime hours. This is kind of questionable here, but we might get somewhat of a break for some areas between 12, 1, 2 p.m. But look off towards the west. That's when the front starts finally moving into our region. College Station, Woodlands, Houston, heavy rainfall is definitely possible Friday around 5, 6, 7 p.m. Locally heavy rainfall could see a small risk for severe. If we do get anything severe wise, this will be strong damaging winds. Tornado threat is very low, minimum. Don't think that's going to be a concern, but we will watch for the potential for some pea-sized hail and some strong damaging winds. The main thing is going to be the locally heavy rainfall. By midnight, this should move into the Beaumont region, and by the time we get to 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, this is already moved out of Lake Charles, going to continue moving into Lafayette. So again, the heaviest rainfall can be Friday morning with that warm front lifting, but really the biggest round is going to be Friday between 4 all the way to about midnight. That's when that front finally moves into our region. That's going to be our best potential of seeing the heaviest rain. How much rain are we talking? I apologize. This is showing until Monday morning. This ends by early Saturday morning. 1 to 2 inches definitely is common in some spots. These isolated areas, we'll watch for the potential for 3, 4 inches. Won't rule out the potential for 5 inches. We'll just kind of have to see how this does pan out, but we're just trying to show 1 to 2 inches definitely does seem likely, and these isolated areas could get some slightly higher amounts. This afternoon, because of the clouds and because of the rain, the Lakes region should be into the upper 60s to low to mid 70s. The further south that you go should get into the upper 70s to low 80s. Might try to get into the mid 80s, but that looks pretty tough to do. Down towards the coast should stay into the 70s. Over there towards Louisiana, could get close to the low 80s. Again, coverage is higher north of the I-10 corridor, but still from Houston, 40%, Beaumont, 50%, 40 to 50% coverage into parts of southwest Louisiana. Over tonight, tonight's going to be slightly cooler, especially further to the north. We're not seeing as many 70s, but further to the north can get down into the 50s. Down to the I-10 corridor will be into the 60s and can still have some scattered showers and some storms. Here's an early look for Sunday. This is Sunday morning. It's going to be into the upper 40s to low 50s pretty much all across the board, even chilly down towards the coast, if I can actually talk this morning. Here's our 7-day forecast for southeast Texas today and tomorrow. We're going to be watching for the potential for some rain, somewhat of a washout on Friday. We might get somewhat of a break. We'll see, but we've got 2 rounds. Heavy rainfall possible Friday morning, especially in Friday evening as that front finally moves into our region. A nice Saturday, a nice Sunday. One thing we will talk about on Saturday is the breezy conditions. 25 to 35 mile per hour gusts are possible, but no rain is in the forecast at all. Saturday and Sunday looks beautiful. And then we introduce the chance of some showers and thunderstorms again by the time we get into middle of next week. So we're going to enjoy at least Saturday through Monday, especially Sunday looks beautiful. Here we are with our southeast or southwest Louisiana forecast. Same thing. We've got the potential for rain today, but the best potential is going to be Friday as that front moves through. Friday morning, we can have moderate to heavy rain, but it's really going to be Friday evening into Friday night that we see that round as that front moves through. And then a really nice forecast moving in. Going to be breezy throughout the day on Saturday. That's the only thing we're going to be dealing with. But Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, not too bad as humidity's out of the region. And then by Friday or Monday evening, we'll start seeing the humidity increasing and those temperatures are back into the 80s Tuesday and Wednesday with rain moving back in by the time we get into the middle of next week. To kind of sub it up today, we've got a chance for some showers and storms thanks to that boundary moving in. Areas further to the north will be into the upper 60s, low to mid 70s. Along the I-10 corridor, upper 70s to low 80s. I don't think we'll get into the mid 80s, but again, tomorrow is going to be the best chance for some locally heavy rainfall as that front moves through our region. Go download the free Gulf Coast Weather Solutions app. We had some viewers from the Lakes region sending us in notifications that our app was sending them overnight last night, saying pea-size hail was moving into the region. So I think this is really neat. This keeps you updated 24/7. So give it somewhat of a repeat again. I know I sound like an auctioneer. Some storms are definitely possible today, but tomorrow is definitely going to be the heaviest round. We can have that potential by Friday morning. Warm front lifts, but again, tomorrow evening is when we get very active. There's that front. You can see it right there. So Woodlands, Conroe, Livingston, moderate to heavy rainfall. Strong winds definitely possible. We're not going to rule out the chance for pea-size hail, but it's really the locally heavy rain that we'll be watching. That will move towards Liberty County, getting into Beaumont around 9, 10, 11 o'clock. You see how heavy that is from Lake Jackson, Galveston, League City, moving into the Beaumont region. And then by midnight, this will be crossing Beaumont, moving into Lake Charles. 1, 2 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, this is already out of the area of Lake Charles. So that's our Thursday morning show. Thanks again for tuning in. Please go download the free Gulf Coast Weather Solutions app. Other than that, have a wonderful Thursday, and thanks again for tuning in.
Gulf Coast Weather Solutions is sponsored by
At Gulf Coast Weather Solutions, we focus on delivering reliable weather forecasts. Our new app provides reliable weather updates and alerts no matter where you are. With real-time weather alerts and warnings, you can stay informed and prepared wherever you go. Download the Gulf Coast Weather Solutions app today on the App Store and Google Play, and stay connected no matter where you are.